You know, the entropy will always occur, and therefore to have gas pressure you have to have containment. That is, by its very definition, where the pressure comes from. You calculate that by the volume that the gas can be exposed to. So if you've got a balloon, you can blow it up and increase the pressure inside the balloon. But the thing that creates that pressure is the volume of gas and the containment. If you don't have the containment, if I pop that balloon, the air doesn't stay in that density there, does it? It goes, and it follows the second law of thermodynamics, and it fills the available volume. If we look up there, what they tell us is that there's nothing to stop the gas filling the available volume. It goes on forever into the infinite
Leaning Tower of Pisa.
then following the second law of thermodynamics, so that's their physics that contradicts their model. So that's one of my favourites, being a chemist.
Fair enough. Probably above my scientific knowledge, but...
Well, why do you stick, for me, the basics is that they say that there's meant to be a curvature to this ball that we live on, right? And if the formula that they give us doesn't make any sense.
So
because
why is the horizon when you look out
on a plane? Well, there is something to do with our perspective and the way our eyes work. But when we try and measure it, this is the key. When we actually try to measure that curvature, we find that water is always level. Water is always level, which is why we say water level and sea level. Why we know that ships, if they were going away from me and were going downhill around the ball, common sense would say they'd have to come back up if they were coming back from wherever they went to, right? But if you went to some place, you'd say, no, I've arrived in, say I'm here in Italy, I've just come from England, and I've sailed downhill to Italy. But when you get to Italy, you say, no, I'm going to sail downhill to get back to England. Well, that doesn't work. It can't work both ways. So we know ships aren't going to go downhill. You need a series of locks if you want to bring barges down from a mountain, a high lake or something like that, right? So if we don't have locks in our seas, then how are they staying in place?
So have you spoken to
scientists?
Physicists and scientists,
Yeah,
yes.
what do they say?
Yes.
They haven't got much answers for us. What I think you were saying that you see a curve this way. Well, I think that is a trick of the eye. Imagine around you, you have to see at every point around you, you see the horizon at the same level. So imagine it's like a large hula hoop around you. So if you get your eye at the level of a hula hoop, you'll think you see a line, right? But it'll be kind of attenuated on the side, the corner of your eye. And sometimes I think that because people believe it's a ball, they think that peripheral vision is going
That roundness is, yeah. So they give us the ships are going over the horizon trick, right? But when we take a powerful zoom telescope or camera, we find that we can see the ship after it's gone over the horizon, which we can bring the whole ship back into view for another hour while it sails away. So that's a perspective thing. And then, of course, as you fly away from, so let's say a ship leaves a port here in Italy, then you jump into your plane or a balloon or something and go up to 10,000 feet. You'll see that ship for hours sailing over what seems to be an almost mirror-like surface. Because that's what we know, actually, that water is level and sea is level. And that if we can see any distance over a beach from one beach to another, 10 miles, 20 miles, 30 miles, you name it, we can see our friends on the other beach if the air is clear enough, if our eyes are powerful enough, or our lens is powerful enough. So the point is where is that curvature, and why cannot we measure it? And that's really what got me.
If you took the picture of the left to right or you held up a ruler to it in a plane, you usually see that you really are seeing it curve that way.
So
one last bit I'll leave you with is we've been doing work the past few years, guys, Riley and the likes, taking pictures from some bees near Blackpool. Taking pictures of the Isle of Man, 26 miles away. Shouldn't be able to see it. The tops of the thing should be 300 feet below your eye line because of the curvature as it drops away. We've got the pictures laying down on the beach, so not high up in the mountains to see, with his belly on the beach taking the photos, and we've got the Isle of Man. So that picture in of itself is total destruction. Mathematically, that should not be possible on a ball
of 24,900 miles in circumference. So
research flat Earth, mate.
I was 46 when I first found this information out. So I went my whole life.
Why are you so passionate about it? What are you trying to prove?
Well, because people say, why does it matter? My wife said to me for 2 years, why does it even really matter?
Yeah.
But then once you get past the idea that, gosh, so all of science has been misled, that sounds like what religion has done to us, is that they've misled people, divided people as a means of controlling the mind. So why are they trying to control the mind? Well, for me, my journey has taken me from an atheist to a believer in some kind of higher power, a knower of some kind of higher power, and that we might well be the center of creation. And so with the heliocentric model where evolutionary's lucky strike in a Goldilocks zone that just happens to have had some life on it, and there's other more intelligent life out in there, out in space and all that sort of thing, it diminishes the heck out of God's creation or the creator's creation, call it whatever you like. So actually it's about me, it's about trying to empower humanity once again to stand up for itself and return to sovereignty, divinity that we should have, but that we've given away to kings, queens, popes, and scientists like Brian Cox.
Unless, of course, you can be convinced that you're a monkey spinning on a ball in space and that nothing matters. There is no reason for us being here, and therefore you can absolve yourself of any effects of your actions on this earth. And that's what modern society tries to do, isn't it? A materialistic world with no real consequence. No worries, my friend.
I think my bus is going.
But good luck, brother, and it's lovely to talk to you. What's your name?
And you.
James.
James, so
real
good to
pleasure,
talk to you.
my
Good luck. Take a few months. Think it through. Check us out. I'm Trinity 4.
You can contact
Bye-bye.
me on that website.
Oh, yeah.
or YouTube channel.
Yeah. All the best, brother James. There you go. One last conversation here at the Leaning Tower. I've got to say, that conversation came from the mega horn. Did it not? The mega horn does
consequence of
add
the
a certain value. It adds a certain value. Well, I'm glad to say that ended on quite a high note there, because getting James to think about this, and that couple from not Peru, where are they from? Chile, Santiago de Chile. We should have told them about flight plans. Oh no, because they know about flight plans, and they want us to come out there and do some chili smacking. So hopefully we'll stay in touch with them.
Oh, we will.
La terra è piatta, my friends. La terra è piatta. Si, you know, good. Fantastic. Well, I think I'm going to call it quits from Pisa. The team have had another long day in the saddle. Some of us managed to jump in the sea earlier today. That was pretty cool.
Really nice.
Having a swim. Yeah, you take care. And we'll catch you later.
Take care now.
Take care now.